Greetings to you, and I welcome you to today's word, the morning dew, and it is such a privilege for me to bring the word to you day after day. I'm so happy to read your comments and to know your feedback, how this daily word helping you to walk closer with Jesus. It is my honor to hand over the keys to effective prayer to take you more deeper in this subject. I trust God in this series, He will reveal many hidden keys so that we can grow in our understanding to make our prayer effective. Let's look into the portion that we have read yesterday once again. That's from Genesis chapter 21 verse 17. And God heard the voice of the lad. Then the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven and said to her, What ails you, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad and hold him with your hand, for I will make him a great nation. Here, if you closely observe the conversation that angel had with Hagar, we understand that heaven heard the cry of the lad. Heaven heard the cry of the child. The child cried, and we know even Hagar wept in a louder voice. Both of them, they cried, but angel said, God heard the cry of the lad, not the cry of Hagar. For heaven to acknowledge the prayer of the child, but not the prayer of Hagar, we need to understand that Hagar's cry was from the bitterness that she had towards her master. It was the cry from her soul, but God acknowledged the prayer and cry of that child. What we understand from here, Hagar's child prayed on behalf of her, giving birth to something that can pray on our behalf. When we offer to God, our offering can pray on our behalf for our prayer to be effective. When we build an altar, the altar can speak for us. The altar can speak for our generations. Our altar can speak and pray on our behalf. If you look into the book of Acts chapter 9, we see a woman named Tabitha, and when she died, her offering spoke for her. Her offering qualified her to be raised from her death. Let's look into Acts chapter 9 verse 36. At Joppa there was a certain disciple named Tabitha. This woman was full of good works and charitable deeds which she did. But it happened in those days that she became sick and died. When they had washed her, they laid her in an upper room. And the disciples, when they heard that Peter was there, they sent 2 men to him, imploring him not to delay in coming to them. Then Peter arose and went with them. When he had come, they brought him to the upper room, and all the widows stood by him weeping, showing the tunics and garments which Tabitha had made while she was with them. Did you see what Bible speaks about Tabitha? This woman was full of good works, and she did many charitable deeds. And even these widows who were standing by Peter, they were weeping, and they were showing all the tunics and garments that Tabitha had made when she was with them. We understand this woman was special. She was full of good works. She used to do many charitable deeds. She used to help many. She used to sow into the kingdom of God. Even people commended about her. So she was a woman who used to offer unto God, and her offerings spoke for her even after her death, and her offering prayed on behalf of her when she was in a state where she could not pray. That is the power of offerings. That is the power of a seed. That is the power of your altars. When you give birth to something that can pray on your behalf for your prayer to be effective, it is so powerful. Let your altars speak for you. Let your offerings speak for you. Let your seed pray on your behalf. May God bless you. Shalom.